good. What's up, everybody? So the day started out great yesterday, as you saw, but didn't turn out too great. We're here at Covington, and we put in the Chifuncta River, and my dad has a camp here on the Munga Bayou. It's not far from the interstate. Anyways, the boat ran fine. It started, we ran up the river, got about halfway up to Munga Bayou, about a quarter mile from the camp, and the boat died. We spent the whole day working on it yesterday. It seems like we're chasing down some electrical gremlins. I didn't really get much footage or anything of what we were doing. We tightened some wire connections and replaced a wire, trying to figure out the coil and the computer and everything. We ruled that out. It's still working, but there's some kind of 12-volt issue going on. So we think we got it fixed, but we killed the battery working on it yesterday, so we have a charger on it overnight, and we'll see how it's going. So here she is, and here she sat all day yesterday. But only good news, it's absolutely beautiful out here. We still had an amazing day at the camp. We had a lot of fun, even though we was working on the boat all day long.
It's like if it don't start at the first time it goes to spin, it just stays spinning after that.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, go ahead. I was gonna charge, but then didn't.
It's hitting this morning though.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Oh, that starter's probably already damaged.
Yeah, we gave it hell yesterday, and at low voltage.
Oh. Anyway.
You think we fouled him out yesterday with all the...
Yeah.
Morning. We took the Pergo switch off. We think it was a bad connection in that battery switch, so we just bypassed it, and it'll be all right for a little while. I'll get one.
Get around and get it on the boat trailer.
Well, I mean, we might ride it today.
Well,
We'll see.
if you can. You can always get a tow from the lake, from the river, you know. You can get a tow from probably somebody coming through here.
Yeah.
key on? It is on.
It is on.
Turn it off and back on.
Why's that thing reading weird?
I don't know. What?
So, where you're checking that voltage out right there, that's the same voltage it's sending over to the cool pack, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It's same circuit.
yeah.
I'm trying to understand how they.
So it's like everything between the battery and the computer is 12 volt, but then everything after the computer with whatever relays it's got is getting cut. Is that right?
Yeah. Because the battery to the starter, it's got 12. And then it goes from the starter to the alternator. And then it also goes from the starter to this box.
Which we're assuming is the computer.
Yeah.
You thinking that computer might be bad?
I don't know. Try it. Try it again. Why is it killing off like that?
So, here's the current situation with the boat. Our theory is that we had a bad battery. We pulled the battery out of the boat and we brought it to the local parts store and had them put it on the tester, and the tester read it was bad. The guy that worked there seemed a bit incompetent. He wasn't able to tell me exactly how much the voltage drop was, but we're pretty certain the battery had a bad cell in it, and as a result, the battery was incapable of supplying the needed current. So what we think was happening was that when we were trying to start the boat, while the starter was pulling current, when the engine would hit, the compression cycle would happen, and then the starter needed extra current to overcome the pressure, and then the current wasn't there. And meanwhile, because the battery had a bad cell in it, the alternator was busy trying to charge the battery and couldn't supply the voltage needed for the ignition system. So this is just our thoughts right now. What we did is we got a new battery, a good battery, and while we're at it, we went ahead and got 4 new spark plugs. Because during all this testing, all the cranking and starting, and the intermittent ignition issues, as you saw, the plugs were fouling out really bad. So that's where we're at right now. We're gonna put the new battery in the boat. I'm not doing it today. It's storming outside, but soon, and I'll replace the spark plugs, and hopefully that'll take care of it. And if that doesn't take care of it, then I get to start the process of tracing down every wire and connection in the ignition system. Lucky for me, it is an older boat, so the ignition system isn't very complicated. I have a diagram here. If you notice, it is a DDIS ignition. That is a distributorless digital distributorless ignition system. It's an ignition that Mercruiser utilized in the early 90s. I think they only ran it for like 5 or 6 years. I can't tell you how many Mercruiser expert mechanics I've had be like, oh man, I've never even seen one of these before. So it's a lot of fun digging up info on it, and I've had so many people tell me like, oh man, you should check that whole ignition system out and replace it with the regular distributor EC, don't make me lie to you, I can't remember what it's called, but it's the standard analog ignition. And I might end up doing that, but for some reason I kind of like the fact that I have this rare ignition system, and when the boat runs, it runs great. Like my coil pack's not bad. There's nothing, I don't think there's a problem with it, but I will be finding out. So
that's where I'm at for now. If you're invested, I hope you stay tuned in. And if you know anything about this boat or the DDIS ignition or any of these problems that I'm having look familiar to you, please drop in the comments and share your experiences or give your advice. I'm open to everything, and I really want to get this thing going. So I'm in it to win it. Peace out, y'all.